The long May holiday period, including Children's Day, has come to an end. But when did the concept of children first appear? Many people think the word was created by Bang Zhonghuan, though this does not mean children themselves did not exist beforehand. Today, we look at how the idea of childhood first emerged and how perceptions of children have evolved through history. The West, the invented child and the birth of rights. In pre-modern Europe, children were commonly viewed as miniature adults. From an early age, they were expected to work and were sometimes even involved in warfare. Attitudes towards childhood began to change during the Enlightenment in the 17th and 18th centuries. John Locke described children as a blank slate, to be shaped through experience, while Jean-Jacques Rousseau saw them as beings fundamentally different from adults, with their own unique nature. Because of this, scholars often say that childhood was an invention of the modern age. The Industrial Revolution later turned these ideas into social institutions. As child labor in factories and mines became a serious social problem, child labor laws and compulsory education appeared in the 19th century. By the 20th century, the status of children had undergone a profound transformation. International agreements, such as the Geneva Declaration of the Rights of the Child and the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, increasingly framed children not simply as dependents, but as subjects of rights entitled to protection from the state. The shift reflected a broader modern belief that childhood required both legal recognition and social safeguarding. East Asian Confucian societies, subjects of duty and discipline. In traditional East Asian societies, children were understood within the framework of Confucian ethics. Confucianism emphasized education and regarded the family community as the foundation of society. Under this system, children were seen as members of the community who should mature within its social and moral order. Whereas Western societies came to recognize children as subjects of rights, East Asia more commonly viewed them as objects of discipline and duty, placing greater emphasis on responsibility and social harmony. In the 1920s, Bang Zhonghuan and the children's movement challenged both Confucian oppression and the realities of colonial rule by promoting the concept of children. Based on the ideas of Qiandoism, they sought to free children from traditional moral and economic pressures. Although the word "iorini," child itself, appeared in 17th century Korean documents, Bang used it on equal footing with words such as elder and young adult, emphasizing that children should also be respected as independent human beings. Children's Day around the world. These philosophical differences in how societies view children are reflected in the ways different countries celebrate Children's Day. In the United States, the holiday began with a church service organized for children by a pastor in 1857, reflecting values centered on morality and care within the church community. In Turkey, however, April 23 became Children's Day during the War of Independence in 1920, linking the celebration closely to national identity and the ideals of the Republic. Meanwhile, United Nations Universal Children's Day, observed on November 20, commemorates the adoption of the Convention on the Rights of the Child in 1989. It most clearly reflects the modern idea of children as independent holders of rights.